All right, we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world. Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother. Hater. Oh, man, Jesus. Truth with that shit. Truth. Sheesh. Love that shit. Yo, shout out to subscribers. Again, I'm noticing like, we do good views over here, but like 60% of y'all ain't subscribed yet. What's the problem? It's free. Don't be a bum. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. And for all of you that have, I appreciate you. And for the members, I got some things coming for you guys. So if you want to catch these episodes before we release like 20 clips, then you join the members and you get them right away. That's how you do that. Mac,
yo,
what's good?
Everything's good.
Everything is good.
Everything's good.
But your ass was outside screaming and yelling just 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Y'all niggas be fake for cameras?
Now that I'm done,
crazy.
Everything's good.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool. So everything's high.
Your ass was inside screaming and yelling 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, because my son is hard-headed. He think he a man now.
See, I wasn't going to tell nobody that part.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
He's not from the streets. You know what I'm saying?
What is that?
I'm just saying, I'm going to box him up when I see him. He's
Okay, no. I don't think we need to have
get
child abuse on camera, allegedly.
No, it's not child abuse. He's a grown-ass man. It's a grown-ass man. We're going to sort him out.
Okay, this.
Sort him out, that's old school.
Yeah, sort him out. Yeah, sort him out when I see him.
It's turned into Maury. Okay.
Because he look like him. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, y'all know, man. If y'all parents, y'all know. Y'all know how I get.
Nah, it's just, I don't like self-inflicted issues.
Yeah.
I hate it when people get themselves in trouble due to bad decisions and then take no accountability and expect somebody else to bail them out. That irritates me.
Well, stop giving chances.
No, I'll never stop giving chances. That comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. So it's what you got to do. It's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, after a while, though, you're putting your name on the line for people who don't respect the opportunity.
I can live with that. Because eventually I'm going to find somebody who does respect the opportunity. I found that person before.
I can't.
So that's
Trump out this mother.
Nah, I'm gonna keep extending my hand as long as there's somebody out there I feel is worth it. Like if I got a couple bumps in the road, that's what it is. But
okay, advice to you: don't extend it long enough for it to pull you down.
I look down to you.
Splat murder.
Hallelujah.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, bro.
You good?
All the time.
All the time. This is Gap Murder, by the way. His name is not Splat. When you see him in the street, stop saying Splat. He doesn't like it. He complains to me about it all the time. It's Gap Murder. We just be playing it, all right? So you know. Shout out to the team. We got Miss Champ in the building. I don't know if y'all can't really see. Champ wanted like that. Keep it like that.
Yes.
Jazz. Sean Bigger, you ain't been around, Bigger. What happened, son?
Doing something with my father, spending time with my dad that I always advise everyone to, look and learn. My dad is 77 years old, and time is very, very precious. So I took my dad to Mexico. I spent 9 days with him that I never remember spending with him in my life, maybe when I was a baby, but
that's dope.
We spent a strong bonding time together and one-on-one time, and I suggest that to everyone. We gotta spend time with our loved ones. Every day that we are given is a blessing, and tomorrow is not promised. Spend time with your family.
Big up. Absolutely.
Good to see you again, Big up.
Unless they get on your goddamn nerves. Yo, shout out to the gang. Hands in the building. I should put you on a fucking spot right now. We're back to New York, nigga. We have
Papa Choppa.
Papa Choppa.
Papa Choppa.
Mama Choppa couldn't make it.
That's a bar by itself.
Mama Choppa's resting.
Yeah,
I suppose you guys been running and gunning all day.
Yes, sir.
So we gonna get straight to the meat and potato. You know what I mean? Champ.
Yo, I'm good, man. How are you today?
I'm great, sir.
Everything is well. I am blessed. I'm home. I'm free. I'm around great people. Have no complaints, and everything is moving up, forward, and the mission is set. There's nothing else.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And he was shopping in the Louis store today, y'all. He was in the Louis store.
All right, so
man.
yeah, I put it on the gram. So.
My man looked
I've
like
been
a
home
little
2
kid in
years.
a candy
I
store.
came home May 3rd. No, it wasn't. I was actually apprehensive.
Right.
But because I feel like when you do stuff like that, there's a certain level of success that you reach.
Right.
To
Okay.
be in those places in that environment.
Right.
So even if it's not something where I'm actually spending a capital, I'm like, I'm in this store. And I was just in jail a little while ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm in this store, this shit is super expensive, and I'm gonna wear something like that. I feel good. I wanna keep this going right here. So thank you for the gift you got me. I really appreciate it.
It's a night. Yo, if you don't know who this nigga is, yo, I don't know what you're doing with your life, B. Like, he be everywhere. He's doing a lot. Early. OnlyFans. You know the chicks. They going for the gooch. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got Nle Choppa in the building. Gooch man.
Gucci boy.
Oh man.
The niggas don't act like they don't know. They know.
Hey, Poppy, you down with this?
Hey, I'm down with everything.
Now we know where you get it from.
Oh, Jesus.
Now we know where you get it from.
Like father, like son, for real.
Nah,
Sheesh.
the gooch thing is new.
Why you
No,
looking
it
at me?
ain't.
Don't look.
Because
No, it ain't.
it's not.
It's new for some people. All the older women
Thank
be
you,
doing
Dad.
it. All the older women doing it. I mean, they been around.
Yeah,
The young girls ain't on that.
they ain't on that.
Be the older one.
that's
Older
a
like
fact,
what?
Like 30, 40,
30, 40 is it?
20, 29, 30, 40.
So it was
Well,
a
of course-
girl that age that did it to you first?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Turned them out. Turned them out.
Now you can't stop.
Pop, you ain't want them?
Hey,
You ain't want them? Ain't fuck with them. Hey, they gonna do some shit to you, man. Yeah, that shit different, bro. I mean, but when I say it's brand new, it's like, you didn't see or hear, like, it wasn't in the rap records. You know what I mean? Back in the days, you know what I mean? Sucking,
taboo.
like for chicks, sucking dick was taboo. You know what I mean? If you suck dick, oh, you a hoe or whatever. Now it's like, that's regular shit.
You must
And
ain't
that-
heard slob on my knob.
Yeah,
Juicy J said it.
yeah, facts.
We
But-
said
but it was
squeeze on my nuts, lick on my butt.
Right.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
He knows the words, so I guess
back in the days, too.
I guess that was the introduction right there. But even back then, like
It was
you wouldn't hear
controversial
that.
when he said it.
Yeah, you
Like,
wouldn't hear that on the radio. Now it's like, you know what they saying. You know what I mean? It's in the clubs. All the chicks are saying that part with them and shit. Like, shit is different.
It's the dance.
No, I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's even now, like, you know, I'm from a certain era. So, like, you know, if you go on Pornhub and you just, oh, wait, what the fuck she doing? Oh, this shit different. What's that? Like, you see it now. It wasn't in them before. You know what I mean? You see the nigga put his leg up and shit. You like,
Nah. We ain't doing that.
So, okay, there's no leg up.
Certain positions.
So she got to crawl up to you like a sniper.
She gotta get it how she live. I ain't doing all of that. Leg up, in the air, bent over. We ain't doing all that.
Oh, all right. Because that's the thing that deters me for that. Well, first of all, I don't, but I'm
What's
deterred
happening here?
just by the positioning. Bro, this is shit.
I'm
this
quiet.
Is shit
I'm quiet.
bro, you got
quiet.
OnlyFans. You don't know this guy?
happens.
I'm quiet. I'm quiet.
happens.
Hey, listen, judgment-free zone.
This happens.
Yo, man.
Whatever floats your boat or finds your lost
It's the
remote.
OnlyFans episode. Y'all ain't
Wow.
know what's going
Wow,
on.
thank you for this.
My man out here walking chicks by the hair. Feminist is coming at you crazy. That shit is wild.
And he
Wow,
laughs it off.
What inspires that? Like, what makes you say, you know what? Nah, I need y'all to get down on the ground and walk like dogs, and I'm gonna hold your ponytail. I mean,
It came to me. You know, I wasn't like, I want my attention to like just say it, but It was just pretty much like the energy of, you know, how they was going. We was just having fun. And that's just pretty much what they wanted to do. And I just went with it.
Wow.
Yeah, if that made sense. I should have stopped it though.
Wow.
I'm a father too, so I should have been like, nah.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no heat for that?
Y'all just getting a lot of heat.
Yeah, I was in
A
the
lot of people
kitchen.
got stuff to say.
I was in the kitchen with it.
They threw him in the oven for that one. What? Nigga?
They still talking. They still ain't make it past that.
But you know what bugs me out about that is both those women went home with a check, happy. They in an NLE video. It's gonna be a viral moment. But then there's women that's going to fight and complain for them when they're not fighting and complaining.
What bothered me about it was like when they tried to say I was degrading women. But I be watching online sometimes. I see people degrade women in real life.
Right.
I mean, I feel like sometimes things are just, you know, when you do things for entertainment purposes, it's overlooked. It's like entertainment, you know. At the end of the day, we having fun. Ain't nobody thinking like, oh, let's not do that because people gonna have a problem with it.
Right.
You just going with the flow of life.
Right.
I can see like if I'm in Whole Foods or something, get some groceries.
Exactly.
And somebody catch me doing it. That's everyday life stuff, so that's degrading. But
Right.
you know what I mean. And plus, I be seeing people in the airport put leashes on their kids.
Oh man.
I hate
When
that.
I was a kid.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to clarify, not all of us do that.
Yeah, it's a certain group of people.
There's a certain group of people.
But I done seen our people like
it
at 1%.
feels like that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you, some of us don't do that, but yeah, shit is crazy. But all right. So how do you respond to things like that? Like, do you get the women from the video and like yo, stand up for me, tell them it was okay?
Tell them it was your idea.
Word.
Sometimes you want to, but some people don't want to step in that fire. You know, some people don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to deal with it. And I'm cool with that because, I'm saying, I'm a man of accountability. I ain't the one that's going to be like, y'all wrong for saying this about me or saying that. Like, I'm going to understand both views. Like, I'm going to be like, all right, I understand where I'm coming from, and I understand what you're coming from.
Right.
And the only thing I can do moving forward is make sure that something don't happen again. That's how I look at it. I take accountability for every action I do. That's what helped me grow.
So you're not the double down guy.
Nah.
Because as fast as you're moving, like if I was to compare like your success, your growth in the age that you are, I would look back to Tupac. And I feel like Tupac would double down. He would have like another video with 4 bitches doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, if it does that stuff help or hinder you?
I feel like it's funny you say Tupac, cause that's like my guy. Like I never met him.
Yeah.
But I feel a connection with him. I don't know what level it is, but I know it's something that's real spiritual.
Yeah.
So like he pretty much like my cheat sheet. So when I watch things that he did, I try to make sure like he like a guider to me. I'm like, all right, Pop would have did this in this situation.
Right.
But Pop was also a little bit hard head, so they would have probably got him fucked up in that situation.
Exactly.
So what would Pop not do if he had, you know, if he wasn't so headstrong, what he would have did in this situation?
Right.
And I feel like when I catch myself in those situations, I just be like, what would love do? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, love and God, it's like the same thing to me.
Right.
So like, what would love do? Or what
It's
would
real.
God do? And let's just make the shit right. So I'm
real.
trying not to be head stubborn on it.
That was deep. We gonna come back to that. You said that you're a father now.
Yeah.
So you kind of felt it.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's little girls out there that look at that video and look at those women as their Tupac?
It's a great question, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's probably some women that would look at it that way, but it's probably some women that wouldn't.
Right.
Or even young girls that look at it that way.
Right.
But I feel like once you reach a certain age, you know what's real and you know what's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's entertainment and you know what's real. And
Right.
I feel like some of that come off of if you have a good upbringing as well. So some girls probably don't know what, you know, being a woman look like or whatnot.
Right.
So that might be something they look up to.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I was just looking at it like, yo, you know, I'm a man of balance. I know how conscious I am. I know how smart I am. But I don't want to take away from my fun. I'm 20. I'm gonna have fun.
Right.
So, but I feel like if it ain't me doing it, somebody else gonna do it. So.
Yeah.
Being 20 is you're also a young father.
Yeah.
So you got this little girl who's gonna watch these videos in a few years.
But the beauty about that is that you being in their lives, you're there to correct those type of thoughts.
And it's easy, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's like, see, I feel like this what this generation really missing. It's like we get caught up in our careers and what we doing, and we not understanding that it's art, it's entertainment. I mean, people quick to get on the rappers, but why we not so quick to jump on certain movies that portray certain things that's, you know, reflective of what's not good or what's bad, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like we do have a harder job, but I feel like we lost the art of letting people know we entertainers, we here to entertain.
Right.
Anything I rap about when it come to violence, if I'm rapping about it, if it's coming to drugs, I'm not doing it right now. It's something I probably did before.
Right.
But it's entertainment. It's just to feel whoever's still doing it or the people that admire their lifestyle but know they can't live it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just art, and I feel like we take it away from that. But as long as I let my daughter, my kids know that it's entertainment and it's real, I feel like I won.
Right.
But that's because a lot of artists are very heavy in letting the world know that this is really me. You take it, they'll tell you this isn't just entertainment.
Right.
I'm really living like that. I'm really like that. This is really my life. I'm really on the block. I'm really blah, 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 blah.
But
and we watch them get locked up off the strength of it.
And that's the thing, like that's what I'm saying, like, you know, it's a lost art of letting them know like it's entertainment and it's real life.
So that's for the rappers too, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, it's a lot of rap. I feel like back in the day it was more so entertainment. Like a lot of motherfuckers weren't, niggas was doing things in the streets or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying, it was entertainment. Like POPPA let you know, like, yo, I'm gonna make it hit him up. Like he was dead serious when he made the song, but you know, at the end of the day, Pac was an actor as well, so he wanted to entertain. But what his motive, he was on it. But was he on offense? No, he was on defense.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? So when he made the Dear Mamas or Keep Your Head Up, that was his reality. That's what he really wanted to do. And I feel like after certain things like that nature, when that beef was going on, Tupac, Biggie, and all these different beefs was going on, and certain people died and certain people did this, moving forward, that's what the next generation was looking at, like, oh, okay, you gotta be this person, you gotta be that raw in your raps and really living it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like that's where it kind of got misconstrued and lost.
When you say he was on defense, what do you think the offense was?
What you mean as far as like?
Yeah, because Hit 'Em Up was that was pretty much him setting it to the rest of us. I mean, older now, you know, I done had people around that situation in the chair, so I kind of get the understanding.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know, like, what's your understanding on that being defense?
Defense is pretty much people like this, right? I can go to a studio right now as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? And if it's anyone I had a problem with, I murk them on the beat, straight murder them. But when I leave the studio, am I getting in the car, putting on the ski mask, taking the tags out the whip, and hitting somebody block $1 million, some dollars up, billions of streams up? I don't see that happening.
Right.
And I feel like that's where like the offense come in. Offense is, I'm gonna be honest, if we have pressure, if it's problems, I'm trying to hit somebody block 3, 4, 5 times.
Not rapping about it.
Like,
right.
I ain't even gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really, if I have an issue with you, I'm gonna try to handle it.
Right.
And it's not gonna be broadcast nowhere. So I feel like that's offense.
Right.
But defense is like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all motherfuckers know what it is if y'all pull up. Or I'm letting y'all know what it is when y'all see me or when it's on site. But I'm not looking for y'all, you know?
Right.
So I feel like that's the difference from offense to defense. And I feel like that's how a lot of rappers or how a lot of us are living right now.
Right. Well, for me, I think claiming to smash another man's wife is definitely not defense. But the defensive part to me is wanting to sink a label that's associated with a group of people that if they became powerful, he would be in danger. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all can put the pieces together if y'all know what I'm saying. So is that the situation with NBA Youngboy?
Like, I ain't never had problems with dude.
Never.
I mean, like, that goes back to what I'm saying. Like, you know, he ain't never did nothing to me, no harm to me or nobody around me. I never did no harm to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, what is beef? You know what I'm saying? I feel like beef is when something has happened, blood has been shed, and that's beef to me. That's beef where I come from. I come from Memphis. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like if a rock been thrown away, that's when it's, you know, like
It's
that.
on.
But if it's not, you know.
Well, how do you figure out whether the other side is thinking the way that you thinking?
Cause something would have been happening. If you really want somebody hurt, you would get them hurt.
Yeah.
You would try. Even if it don't touch nobody around you, you would try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You will feel some tension. You will feel something.
Right.
You'll be paranoid, looking over your shoulder when you walk out your house or something.
Right.
But we just living, man. I mean, I feel like people got bigger fish to fry.
Right.
On the real.
Is it worth it to squash whatever misunderstanding there is?
That's power. That's power. Keeping cordial with everything, that's power. That's what people don't understand. When you got everything cordial, you can control everything around you. So, I mean, I can't. I'm gonna let them people act like it's fun beefing with this group, that group. Something happen to you, you don't even know where it come from unless somebody rip on it.
Right.
I feel like real power is keeping everything cordial. You know what I'm saying? It gives you the ups on everything.
You express these views to other rappers that you know are caught up in shit.
They don't listen.
They don't listen.
This must have just happened.
Man, I was just, bro, I've been on the phone. Like, I've been on the phone with, like, I'm trying to do a mixtape, you know, with like 4, 5, 6 rappers from my city. And they all got beef with each other. And I want to do a mixtape to where whoever beefing with who, you hop on a song with them and squash it. Cause what's really going on? Like, what is the point?
What's the real problem?
What is it, bro? Like, and when I talk to them about it, it's nothing that'll make you be like, man, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Like, it's nothing you would be like, okay, I respect that, bro.
Yeah.
That's something I want to hop in.
Like they killed my man. It's none of that.
It's nothing like that. Like, niggas dying, but like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas dying behind certain things, but
It's
even
like
when they
entourage.
dying, it's a sport in Memphis to kill. It's not because you owe me money or because you killed my mama, you killed my daddy, you killed my cousin, killed my brother, or even a close one to me. It's more so
None
like,
of that kung fu shit.
yeah, it's just like, I don't know. So that's what I've been on the phone with a few artists today, just talking about it. So it's funny you said. I'm like, bro, you keep things cordial. That's the power, bro.
Right.
Did you say it's a sport in Memphis to kill?
It's a sport. It used to be a sport with us. It's a sport.
That's fucking horrific.
It's a sport.
That's terrible.
It's not money.
Hold on. Say that again?
It's just everybody.
It's like that in the Bronx. Nigga, it's
Hold
like that in
on.
Brooklyn.
Say that again, Dad.
It's like everybody down there got a gun. They just gonna see who gonna shoot first and who gonna hit who.
Why?
They're trying to be the realest. They're trying to be the realest. That's what it is.
Why?
They pass a law in Memphis. You can carry with no.
It's like that in Texas too.
Yeah, anybody get a gun.
Yeah, I understand. I understand having a gun. I understand being allowed to carry a gun. I understand even feeling like you need a gun. But I can't get past that statement. Like, why? For what?
That's a public health issue. That stems from something that was already instituted into that culture, in that area, in that environment.
Yeah.
Certain things took place, certain laws changed, and allowed people to do more things.
There's a lot of factors to that.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you what it really is though. Like it's really just the lifestyle and the energy. Cause I'm gonna be honest. When I was young, like I'm gonna be honest. I had both my parents. I had pop, mama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really have to do the things I was doing. I went against the grain and just found my way. Sucked into some stuff that I ain't had to be in. And I feel like there's all of us on the real. Like nobody gotta choose that shit. Like that shit don't choose us. Like I know the niggas come from the gutter of the gutter and not street dudes at all. you know, that stayed away from it.
Right.
So I feel like it was with me, like, it's just a thing to where we growing up, we young, we feel like that's what's cool. You know, that's what we seeing, that's what we see from the TV, that's what we see from social media, that's what we see from our OGs.
Yeah.
It looks cool to us. And like it sucks us in, and it's like the energy just wrap its arm around you. Cause I remember, like, you know what I'm saying, when you the thing with me was like when I was younger, bro, and I was getting around these niggas and everybody had a story to tell. Like, wasn't nobody self-snitching or nothing, but like everybody had a story, like, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I did this, like, and you would look at it, you would like, damn, it puts you in a predicament of where you feel like you gotta do something to hang with the wolves.
Right.
And that's where all the stuff that I did came from, like wanting to do this and do that behind a gun came from just being around people I feel like I wanted to keep up with. You know, it's really stupid as shit. Now that I look at it,
but it's childish in a way.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't know my pops like that, but the stories I used to get was he knocked niggas out. So, hi, my name is Matt Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was something that in my head I was like, all right, I gotta be like this or I gotta be like that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's something you want to live up to.
Right, but the real killers on my block, they didn't talk. You found out from other people when they left, like, yeah, you know, son caught, nothing. And I'm like, yo, I've been with this nigga all day. He tell me shit. You know what I mean? So I guess it's different now because it's being broadcasted constantly.
Yeah, it's way more different.
That's
some
the
most successful artists.
It's way more different.
Raps and violence.
That's the other side of it that gets me. I'm not a street dude. My father had a reputation for fighting in the street. I'm not a street dude, never have been.
You're in a karate class though.
No, I'm in martial arts class. I study MMA, but I don't fight. I'm not a street dude. I never have been a street dude. I like to fight, but I'm not a street dude.
Right.
My pops fought in the street. He always wanted me to be better than him. So that was the move I made. When it was time, when people had a story, my father always said that the people who talk ain't really doing it. Like you said, the killers be quiet.
Yeah.
The niggas I know who get it done, you don't hear about it from them. They never tell nobody.
Oh, man, we in a different era.
That's what I would
and talk about
to bring it all the way back around.
Do it and talk about it.
Man,
To bring it all the way back around, now it's on camera. Y'all are telling.
Yo, you know how many niggas I meet, and I guess they look at me a certain way, and they just give me all the tea on everything they done did. They run down their whole resume to me like, look, man, if I'm cool. I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. I know you heard about yeah, that was me over. And I'm like.
And they go back to just wanting to feel accepted. I feel like on the real, like nobody, we really growing up to where like, don't nobody really have a real family. So like when people want to express certain things of their nature, it's like they feel like it's deemed as cool and it makes you feel accepted.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna be honest, like growing up, me and my pop, we had a lot of issues. I mean, he know me and mom, we had issues growing up because I was just always hard-headed. So like it was going to the point to where I felt like I was a fuck up first and foremost, but I also felt like sometimes I was like, man, motherfuckers don't love me, but on the real, they love me so much to where like it felt like they ain't love me because they just wanted me to do better.
Right.
So when certain things would happen, it was like certain people run to certain people to want to feel an exception, and I feel like that's why people run to things like gangs, because they want to feel a void or feel a type of love that they felt.
They want to feel connected
a bond,
to something.
you know what I'm saying, to something.
And I say this because for black males in America, you really don't have, unless like your family has been doing well for generations, you don't have a legacy that makes you feel like you're somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I used to walk around with the understanding that, yeah, we was butt naked in Africa, motherfuckers snatched us up, brought us over here, enslaved us for like 400 years. And then said one day, y'all can do y'all thing now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's not something that you feel some sort of pride from, you know? And then when you got the police patrolling your area, and you know the police gonna be the heaviest in the area where you can't afford a lawyer, that's really what that's about. So these courts can get convictions and all that shit, and they're treating you like you less than a human being. Like, I've looked older for a long time. So from 14, 15, the police was running down on me like I was a grown man, slamming me on cars and making me get on the floor. So that shit, it affects you. You start to look for some sort of self-value, and in the hood, the only self-value only value that you see is the tough niggas, or the niggas just getting money. So it just keeps repeating, rinsing and repeating, rinsing and repeating, rinsing and repeating.
That was my issue growing up too. Like I was being sheltered from all of that. Grew up in a good house, everything. But my grandmother and my moms didn't want me to see certain things. But when it got to that age, like 13, 14, and I was able to go to school by myself and see, oh, these dudes over here smoking, they over here gambling, oh, they cutting school. That's the cool kids. I've never been around this. Right. So as soon as you see it, you start rebelling because whoever's in your household didn't put you onto this and say, yo, stay away from this. Don't do this, don't do that. And I went out and found it. Right. And it's been a crazy cycle ever since.
Dad, did you? No, please.
No, what you saying?
Dad, did you tell him what to stay away from?
Of course.
When he was having that hard-headed face, how did you handle
When
it?
he had the hard-headed face and everything, but I basically tried to discipline him the same way my parents didn't discipline me, but as you know these days, you can't just discipline your children the same way as your parents did, because it's like a different era and everything. Right. Because I was raised in a religious family. And so, but, you know, come with a religious family, what's the saying they say?
Spare the rod, spoil the child?
Yeah, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
So that's what I was trying to do. But, you know, it worked sometimes, but then, like he said, it was like what he said. You know, he was sheltered from a lot of things, and then once he got there to see other things, I think that's how he just went down that wrong path, but he kept it, you know, behind, you know, the scenes.
Hidden.
Yeah, hidden.
Right.
But, you know, it was still there. But, you know, I saw traces of stuff, you know, but, you know, I was trying to overlook it. Like, nah, it ain't him. But then, you know, it just started showing a little bit more. And so, you know, it went out of hand. But, you know, like my mom and dad always said, you know, I'm just going to put you in God's hands. I'm going to pray for you. So I just figured, like, if he was out there doing something wrong, you know, God always had his hands on. And, you know, that's basically what my parents did. Because I did the same thing. But, you know, going against the will. But I knew some of the stuff that was bad going on because I was raised in a large family. So I saw my brothers and them do stuff my parents didn't want them to do. And I never said, I'm not going to do it, but I ended up doing it. Right. But it's because I saw it, but it seemed like if somebody's showing it to you, you like, okay, this is where they messed up at. So I ain't going to make the same mistake. So you think you can get away with it.
Yeah, facts. You think you're going to be the smart one.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened to me. And then, like, him being sheltered, I you know, I ain't saying I was the best parent in life, but I ain't never showed him no wrong way to do stuff. But I guess like when you just kind of got it good, and then you see him going by his way every day, like yeah, but then you don't know what he's doing behind your back. So it was like the same thing I was doing with my parents there. But
what would you have done different?
What?
Right now, I mean, because you have a successful son now.
Well, I wouldn't do nothing different. Because what I always did, what my parents did to me that I didn't do to him, my parents they tried to force church on us. Personally, because we stayed in church constantly. Right. And I went to church with them. Sometime he'll tell you like, get your clothes ready, we're gonna go to school. We're gonna go to church in the morning, we don't go. But going back to that, what I'm saying is I didn't force it down. I let my children make their own decision. Right. And then I look at it as like me letting them make their own decision. I said, okay, I'm gonna let them make their wrong decision. Then when they fuck up, I'm gonna tell them, that's where you fucked up at. You understand what I'm trying to say? Right. Like, okay, I'm gonna let you do what you wanna do. Right. Even though I told you what you need to do, then you gonna do what you wanna do. Then when you fuck up, I'm say, see, that's why I try to tell you at first. But I never said, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. I always let them make their own decision because sometimes what you think better for them probably ain't better for them.
Right. Right.
What did you get from that?
Shit. I just got it from like honestly, I feel like certain things get passed on generationally. So it's like certain cycles kind of recycle. And so like what I really learned was like it's certain things that he learned from his parents that he put upon me, but it's certain things that he learned from his parents that he knew that didn't work with him and wasn't good for his well-being, so he didn't do it to me. Right. And that's the same way I want to be with my children, you know, as far as parenting. Like that's when I go back. If I go back to this Let Me House shit, like I don't mind my daughter seeing it because I can give her guidance on what it is. Instead of me trying to hide it from her, and then when she really see it, she don't know what it is, and you don't know how she gonna take it. Like say for instance, like for my child growing up, I want her to know what all the bad things are. I want her to know what those things are, and I want to educate her on what they is. Cause like say for instance, I want to give an example. I think it was not too long ago, like a little boy went in like his parents' dresser, found the gun, and you know he shot himself and killed himself, right? So if I'm leaving out the house and, you know, my daughter, she's 2 and she's the smartest girl in the world. You know, you leaving out the house, you tuck it, you know, and she be like, that gun? And I be like, yeah. And she be like, bad, no touch. She like, no, because I instilled it in her mind, like, you know what I'm saying? She know what it is, she see it, and she know like, all right, no, like that ain't nothing to play with. And I'm already teaching her it too. So when she's getting older and older, she's never gonna be curious to something that she's just discovered. Right. You know what I'm saying? She gonna look at it and she gonna know, okay, no, bad. Right. You know. Right. But it's just certain things where I feel like with parenting, I like don't wanna I don't wanna be the parent to where I feel like you can't tell me nothing. So I always said before I be a parent, I wanna be a friend to my child. And I feel like a lot of people, me, for example, I wouldn't tell my parents like the shit that I was really hiding on the inside. I wouldn't tell my parents how I felt mentally or, you know, the things I was going through. But my friend come around, tell them motherfuckers anything. Right. Like, yeah, man, this going on, this. But I wouldn't have them conversations with my parents. I was afraid to. So moving forward, I feel like it hindered certain things in the household. So growing up, I want to be able to come to my daughter to where she's so comfortable with me. She can tell me anything. Because it might be something that she really need to tell me. And it might be something that might piss me off that she's so comfortable to tell me. I might get mad.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you going to be comfortable with all that shit?
Like, I feel like you got to, because the thing is that I'm realizing with this generation, and I've been holding like town hall meetings with kids and parents. Right. So I just did a town hall meeting so where it's like, I think about 100 parents and 100 kids kind of showed up. And we all talked about the problems within the community, the household, and what was going on. And one of the big problems was like communication. Yeah. Feeling like they can't talk to their parents about what's really going on. Right. That's huge. It might not be deemed as huge, but how many of us really like, I know motherfuckers like, y'all done had, one of y'all done had chlamydia before or something. You know what I'm saying? Never. All right, so boom. I'm gonna be honest. When I was about 15, 14, I probably had like, I thought I had chlamydia one time, but it was really cause when I was going to the I wasn't drinking water. I drank straight sodas. So when I peed, my dick would burn.
You had a UTI.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like there's something wrong with me, but I was scared to tell Pop or tell my mama because I'm like, man, they gonna be like, you fucking, you doing this, you. You hear me? So I was scared to really go to the doctor. But what if I had AIDS? you
just would have been in the crib just like sinking.
Yeah, so like you never really want to see.
You got gonorrhea. You go blind one day. They're like, what happened? Gonorrhea for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
So see, like it's just things like that. Like want to be able to, my daughter, if it's anything like. Dad, I know you might be mad, but you've always listened to me. This is going on, or I lost my virginity here, or I got raped. Like some daughters tuck shit like that and don't tell nobody.
That's real.
Like every girl I done talked to done been like, you know, touched in a certain way or like
couldn't tell their parents.
And really couldn't tell. So I just say he the thing.
I told a lot of females that I came across like that. I'm like, you carrying something heavy.
Yeah.
You need to have that conversation.
You can tell, like I'm an empath. I feel it. You can tell. Yeah. I read body language. You can tell like how a motherfucker sleep. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to him,
Yeah.
like you could tell, like people be saying it.
Certain girls just jump up, no
or
matter
they
what.
ball up, or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you just know like
Shit's crazy.
something happened, you know? So,
Yeah. So what if your daughter comes to you and tells you about the gooch? Then what?
And we're back.
Huh? Like Gucci is a nice brand. I don't think you should be into Gucci right now.
Dad, I thought your name was Nle Choppa, but somebody called you Gucci Man. Why they call you Gucci Man?
That's crazy. But you know,
Different video, baby.
It's
Different
funny
video.
because I talk to my daughters about stuff like that, and they real young. Their mothers don't necessarily like. My kids' mothers, they be like, no, not yet. And I'd be like, fuck that shit outside right now.
Yeah.
He gonna go outside, talk to his friend gonna put him on, and then his friend gonna be his source of information forever.
That's what
You know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
If you don't do it, somebody else is.
Word. So I tell my daughters about shit. They're 8 and 6. And their favorite thing to do is to shake their butts and then run away from me because they know I'm like, yo, don't be doing that shit. And they'll be like, Dad. You know,
So where does the, and this is a question that I can't answer, where does the parenting part come in? Because I hear where the friendship part is. And I dig wanting to foster the communication. My father told me earlier, I'll never punish you for telling the truth. I'll punish you for being rude, punish you for talking out of turn. Like, you'll get in trouble for that stuff, but you'll never get in trouble for telling the truth. If you're telling the truth, that's not what I'm gonna come at you for. And I was always able to tell them the truth off the strength of that. And now I have a career where all I do is tell people the truth.
right.
Where does the parenting part kick in? Like, where's the line between being a friend and being a parent and saying, yo, I know you told me the truth. You're not necessarily in trouble. However, this was foul. This thing you did was fucked up. This is like not cool. This is not acceptable.
I feel like basic guidance.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like as parents, you know, I feel like, you know, what is the real definition of a parent? You know what I'm saying? I feel like once we break that down, that's the definition we should live by. You know, a parent is just, you know, you conceive, or, you know, the woman conceive, and the best thing you can do is just be the best person, the best guider, so they don't make the same mistakes you made. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you like this, like my mama, throughout my whole life, like she always warned me about this, she always warned me about that. And I still get burnt in the process of doing it. Everything that she warned me about, my hard head had testing waters, and what she was telling me was true. But it took me for one day for me to dig deep inside and realize like I'm gonna be the better person. I'm gonna do these things. I'm gonna do that. It wasn't nothing like mama told me this and now I'm this type man. It was never that. It was
What
more
was
so.
what was the situation that caused that transition?
Man, I remember like being in my lows, and it was like when I had everything I wanted. I was like 17. This was like a year after I blew up, quarantine, 2020. And I was in my lowest, and I had everything I wanted. I had money, jewelry, car, clothes, women. But the thing that was crumbling in my life was everything personal, like my well-being, my mental. Relationship with my mama, I was rude as hell. Like, you know, it should never be to the point to where me and my mama, we cussing each other out like we niggas in the streets. You know, so it got to that point, and I blame it a lot on like drug usage and like just being around the wrong people and all of these things. And I just said a real deep prayer one night because I knew I was going down the wrong path. Last thing my mama told me, she was like, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm gonna just wait on my call. And that fucked me up, you know. If you know what wait on my call is, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just wait on that call. And it fucked me up and it left me something to think about. Yeah. And I just said a real deep prayer, man. And after that, I found like meditation. Like the next morning, I started meditating, and it was the first time I ever felt like peace in my life. Like it's like the only time I ever felt like I took a break from the world and came back to the source and just what was on the inside of me and what God put on me. Right. And after that, like, you know, I went vegan, stopped doing drugs, and I stopped hanging around 30 niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I became a the respectful, the right being I was supposed to be that she was always molding me into. But that goes back to parenting. It was nothing that my mama could have said or could have showed me that would have made me get to that point unless I looked myself in the mirror and said, I'm making a change. So like, what are we as parents? What can we really do? You know, people, we can hide our kids from the streets. We can do all these different things. But at the end of the day, I see the best parents lose their kids to the streets. I see the best parents have to bury their child.
Right.
So it's really not the parents sometimes, it's you. You know what I'm saying? It's who we are.
But the choices that you make.
But parents play a big part.
Yeah, because she did say something to you that invoked you to go and have a deep prayer.
But for sure. But I'm gonna give you another example as well. Like some niggas get successful and they grow up 0 parents, foster home. Jimmy Butler, he was kicked out on the street at 12. You know what I'm saying? And had to go through foster homes, live with white people. Like don't know. Like I'm gonna tell you, like I've been through every part of my life, but the toughest part of my life was having to be in an environment that it was hard to adapt in. Like I done went to an all-white school. That shit ain't easy. That shit harder than going to the hoodest school in America. You know? So like, I know how these things is, but I just feel like it always go back to when you look in the mirror and you wanna realize you wanna make that change because you know, you can have the people telling you all your life.
What was your apology like to your moms?
Man, it's deep, bro. And I feel like the apology is nothing I can say. It's more so how I live now. Like the actions I have now. And like I've never been like a disrespectful child, but like mama used to pop me in my chest and I get in line like I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, I done had my days with my mama, and I feel like everybody had their days with their parents. But I feel like the biggest thing that spoke volumes on the apologies was just making sure that I don't never do it again. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I was around me. If I was me right now and I seen myself act that way, I smack the shit out of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I smack me, like for real. Like you tripping? Like anybody else?
Time machine and you just go back.
I smack the shit out of you.
Like, doing stupid?
Like you tripping? Like I was really tripping.
But that's growth though.
Yeah,
that's growth.
But it's still not easy. I know that it's still not easy because I remember when I interviewed you and I asked you, so your mom is your manager. How's that working out? You was like, tough.
Yeah, it's always gonna be a challenge, but you know, it's the most beautiful thing because you know who got your best interest, and of course she a mama, so she sees certain things and she gonna act as if a mama, like you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, like I'd rather have a mama around me than a do-boy or a yes man or like, you know, anybody. I'd rather have somebody tell me, my nigga, you wrong. Like she can say or hesitate, you wrong. Like you did this and like, you know, like damn.
Yeah.
So you gotta always remember you only get one of those.
Yeah.
You only get one of those. So gotta respect that.
So,
and then you got Pop with you too.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And y'all still together?
What?
You and his mom?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's wonderful.
Now see, there you go.
Oh, that's gonna lead me to a whole bunch of other questions. But before I get there, I just want to share, as parents, I feel like our main goal should be to share information.
Yeah.
Share your experiences. You know what I mean? It's like passing a baton, but the baton got everything you went through in it. And they could read it while they run it. Because you don't live long enough to make all the mistakes by yourself to learn from them. One of those mistakes might be the fatal one. So if you can get some sort of guidance or, you know what, this is what it is, and I got warned about this, I got warned about this, you don't have to take every test yourself to find out if it's real.
Please don't.
That's why I don't tell my kids like Santa Claus and shit. I look at my daughter. I'm Santa Claus. I'm fairy too. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's coming from me. I'm not gonna fill your head up with some shit that you're gonna get older and be like, oh shit, they lied to me. You know what I mean?
I cried when I found out wrestling was fake. You
Whoa.
wrestling was fake? I cried, nigga. I was like, what? Ultimate Warrior wasn't real?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all niggas lied to me? For real. That's true.
I peeped that shit after a while. I was like, they not really hitting each other.
Yeah,
When you were younger, you were like, what?
Full.
Yeah.
Full. I saw a fight outside. They ain't look nothing
like that.
This shit ain't real. But some motherfuckers love it. You know what I'm saying?
It's only entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're back.
Now
We're back
sitting
around
here-
that side.
Bro, you seem like a very wise individual, especially for your age. Do you get that from your parents or all the older chicks that you be smashing? Cause you ain't scared, like you shooting shots at 40-year-olds like, I know she 40, but if I can get it, like, you know what I mean? Like making good, like you shooting shots and making good. Like, what you gonna
I got
do?
an old soul, bro. I'm recycled. I've been here before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got past life shit. I think it was women I wanted to knock down in my past life that I'm looking at them now and I'm like, they still here.
They still here, yeah.
I'm gonna try
daddy.
again.
Come with daddy, mama. You feel like Megan's one of those chicks?
Man, hell yeah. I don't even wanna have sex with Megan Good. Like I just wanna take Megan Good on a real nice date.
And then have sex with it.
If she wants to.
Yeah. But is that like your thing now? Like you shoot, you really be with a lot of older chicks.
Yeah, I just love women. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like the thing of the nature is when you be with the younger women, it's like they wanna be older. But when you be with the older women, they wanna be young. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like anything that brings youth is what I want. Cause a lot of us rushing to get old, but
Yeah.
when you get older, you realize when you was young, that's what you really supposed to be cherishing.
Right.
So like, that's why I love older women, because they already been through everything. So it ain't nothing that they trying to act like, you know, I'm gonna act grown.
Yeah.
They know what grown is, and being grown, being older is just cherishing your present day, knowing that you ain't getting no young.
And they got less inhibitions.
Yeah.
And they lick the gooch.
That's what,
They experience.
that's the inhibitions part.
Yeah, like shout out to, I'm not gonna say which one, but one of my baby mothers is 9 years older than me. So that relationship, oh yeah, I learned a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit different. But being that you're now shooting your shot at these older women pulling up, you got chicks from the Bad Girls Club with you. Like what are those situations like? Because from what I understand, you want to stay single. So how do they deal with it? Like if you
I'm
click,
just honest. I'm blatantly honest. Like,
right?
you know what I'm saying? I be real. I'm just real to the core, to the
Right.
bone. Like I'm gonna let you know what it is. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. And that just be that. And like if you wanna accept it or not, if she wants to accept it, like, you know, she accept it. If she don't, she don't.
She don't.
Like, you know, I just like to be honest with everything I'm in, because I went through my phase of lying to women, or lying to motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It created something real bitter.
yeah.
So, I mean, even with me still being honest, it still created something bitter, but
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad.
Right. You
I
don't feel like I
I
didn't
don't feel
trick
no
you.
guilt, you know?
Right, no.
I
no.
didn't trick you. You tricked yourself, if
Yeah.
anything.
So I ain't
You
got
know what I
no
mean?
guilt behind it.
Because
Yeah, you can
I
always-
tell women the truth,
Yeah, no.
but they'll still get involved thinking,
They
I
gonna
think I can
change it.
change it.
Yeah, bro. And that be the thing, bro.
And like 3 years in, I'll be like, same thing.
Still the same.
You know what I mean? Now your heart broken and shit.
No, you tell everybody the truth, but people have a hard time accepting it.
Right.
Tell everybody the truth.
So in your experiences, is it easier to tell the truth or lie?
It depends. Like, see, me, I'm the type of person, I'm like, if it's the right moment to say it. Cause like sometimes, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a 99.999% truth teller.
Right.
But it's like a 0.00001%
that you like.
to where it's like, it ain't the time for me to tell you the
not
truth.
right now.
That's called tact.
Huh?
That's called tact. That's called tact and reading the room.
Yeah,
and sometimes
like you gotta-
it's called grace. Sometimes it's called class. Like you don't have to lie to somebody, but not everybody is ready to hear the truth in that one
Moment.
specific moment.
But my thing is, I mean, with some women, yeah. But then when you eventually tell them the truth, you get crucified for the time that it took you to do it, even if it wasn't the right time.
Yeah, but that's not something that you should take blame for. As long as you didn't lie to him between point A and point B, I think that's the saving grace. You know what I mean? Okay, there was a moment, and this is a super benign question. This ain't got shit to do with shit. There was a moment she asked you if she looked bad in that dress. You didn't say nothing. You said something like, yo, your hair, that color is perfect on you. You didn't tell her that the dress looked frumpy. From here to here, did you ever lie and say, yo, you look great in that dress? Did you tell her to go out in that dress? Yo, baby, you look great. Go on, why don't you, let me take some pictures, put them on the gram. Like, did you do that?
That's not the type of lies we talking about.
Those are the only, and I said that's a bullshit example.
Right.
And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about everybody. I completely understand where he's coming from. There is a certain tact. Some artists I work with, they ask me if that song is trash, but they'll ask me in front of a room full of people, and we in an important meeting. This is not the time for me to tell you this song needs work. It may not even be trash,
Yeah,
but
I get it. In that environment. Yeah.
right. And I feel like as long as I didn't lie to you and say, yo, this song is fire, and then get you behind the scenes and be like, yo, this shit needs, you fucked up here, you fucked up here. Okay, now he done made a whole bunch of moves, built this thing up in his brain around this song that I told him was great because he trusted my ear. Women do the same thing.
I'm gonna be honest though, like I feel like from the jump, like, you know what I'm saying, like, say this, I'm gonna use a prime example of like a relationship that I was in. So if I tell you like, boom, I bet from the jump, I'm a rapper, this is my lifestyle, if you wanna be with me or whatnot, I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna be honest, like, you know, you can take this or you can walk away from it. If I'm on the road, I'm doing shows, and I see something I like, I'm gon' fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If I wanna take it down, I'm gon' do it. You know what I'm saying? So boom, so let's just say if I tell you that from the jump, before anything even gets serious, all the way from the get-go, and then like boom, 2-3 months down the line, you gotta question me about like, well, like, did you fuck this bitch or something? Did you fuck her this night? And I tell you no, I'm basically not lying because at the end of the day, I told you from the jump what I'm gonna do in a sense. But if I'm in the heat of that moment and I say no to something, even though I did do it, but to save your feelings or to protect your feelings in that spur of the moment, I'm really not lying. Because I told you who I was from the jump.
That's that 1%.
No, Choppa, you're lying. Choppa, you're lying. You're lying.
Niggas do shit like that because they care to a certain extent.
You're lying. You're definitely lying.
I give a personal experience.
But I'm saying, so if I tell you something from the jump, why is it even a question?
Because no one ever promised that the truth wasn't gonna hurt. And that's something else you need to lead in with that conversation. When you start those conversations, and this is me just telling you. We had this conversation when I first started coming here. We was talking about women.
Yeah.
I tell every woman I'm with, I am gonna hurt you. Ain't no way around it. You're gonna get hurt by something I do, something I say, because you're really gonna care about me, and the things I do and say are really gonna land different with you. Somebody who doesn't care about me, I say something, they don't give a shit. Yo, that dress is ugly. She don't like me, she don't give a shit. You love me, or you like me, you really want to be with me. So if I say that dress is ugly, it's gonna hit you different. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. What you need to know is that that's never my intention. I don't wake up in the morning thinking, how can I fuck with her? How can I sink her day? How can I make her feel fucking terrible? You need to know my intentions are never to hurt you, but you need to accept that I am definitely gonna hurt you.
Right.
Now, with that said, I'm never gonna lie to you. The truth is gonna hurt you.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. So you'll never be able to look at me and go, I wonder if you're thinking that, now you're just overthinking it. I already told you, I'm not gonna lie to you, but the truth is gonna hurt you.
You're like the 1%, bro.
I don't think so.
Like a lot of times.
No, but it's real.
Yeah, I know, but not everybody thinks like that.
Right.
That's a small percentage of men that do stuff.
I think the dudes who think like that just go on about their business and they don't talk. That's why you think there's not so many of them.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with being like that. I think when women receive certain things, they take it personal. Mm-hmm. it's almost like they think there's something wrong with them, and that's why you're like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have a different reaction.
Why can't I be the one to keep him from wanting to fuck other chicks? What am I not doing that he wants to fuck other women? That's how. No, I'm not posing that question. I'm saying that's what they say to themselves, and it like, why?
And it becomes an insecurity in them rather than recognizing, yo, this nigga always been like this. Yeah. No matter what, he just always been like this.
From what he said, like when he's tell a woman, I'm gonna knock it down if I'm on the road, and then the chick come back and ask him. The way he answered, I wouldn't answer.
What would you say, Pop?
What I told you in the beginning. You can answer that question for yourself.
But
that's what I would have said.
But no,
it's still saying.
No,
I did.
From you. Hey, I'm just saying. This basically what I'm saying.
I shouldn't be laughing.
So let's just say, like, it was a certain time period, motherfuckers was like carrying a baby. So like certain things you don't want to say to be like, I smashed.
Like that.
Like so, like you protect a type of feeling, but like at the end of the day, like it's like why are we even here with this question when I deal with a woman, I lay down everything about me. I lay down my flaws. I lay down the things that I'm still working on, I'm trying to grow from. I lay down all of these bad habits I may have that I'm trying to work on. Right. And I let them know that, cause like me, I want to be accepted for my present self. So I don't want to be accepted for what you want me to be. I want you to accept me for the man that I am at the moment.
Right.
That's gonna be rough.
The good and the bad.
Yeah. And I know I'm a work in progress, so it ain't gonna never be to the point to where this is me forever. But I'm gonna go at my own pace. I can only grow when God want me to grow. You know what I'm saying?
And we're all a work in progress till the day that we die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would it be. So like I'm like, all right, boom, I'm 20. Right. You can't tell no 20-year-old like 10 years, like I'ma marry you, or you like we finna like you the only one I'm gonna be fucking. Like that's naive for me to say that. I'm 20.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like from the jump I established something. Let them know. I let them know that. And then it's like down the road, motherfuckers will still ask you questions what you already stated from the beginning. Like at this point you should know. But it's more so like, and it goes back to like, I'm gonna be with this person, I'm gonna do all these things, I'm gonna try to be the best person I can be for him, not even for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where it go, like when people go against the grain of loving themselves, you try to be something for someone and think that a motherfucker's gonna accept you for that, but no, be the best version for you, because I'm gonna do that at the end of the day for me. Right. I'm gonna look in the mirror, I'm gonna be the best version of me for me. Right. So, and I feel like that's where it goes to where like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I might change his mind. And when you go down the line, that mind ain't changing because you ain't growing for yourself. You trying to grow and mold yourself into what you think I want you to be.
Or you got a mask on.
Yeah.
You somebody else when I'm not around.
Exactly. So I don't know. That shit just be.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
More of the story, stay single.
Shout out to the ladies in the building. Shout out to the ladies in the building.
Over there making sound effects and faces. I can hear it. I can hear the heat on this side of my face.
I say this all the time.
Mic them up.
We as an honest man, you know, I pretty much do the same thing. I lay it on the table. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, no secrets. I'm gonna tell you shit. I don't tell MECCA it's gonna hurt, but they should know. Then, you know what type of lifestyle I'm living.
Save yourself some trouble if you tell them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes, bro, it gets difficult because it's like, it's not an accepting thing. I don't know if Bigger was sitting in that chair, he started talking about, a relationship between a man and a woman. But monogamy, again, I'm gonna say it again, this shit is brand new, bro.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm not telling you to not do what's in your, listen, as long as you ain't hurting nobody else intentionally, do what you do.
But it becomes that.
But you can't,
and that's where you start to feel like, damn, I love her, but she's making me feel like being myself is wrong.
And that's exactly how it be. Yeah. And that's where, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be honest,
Pop laughing, the married man in the building like that's how it is.
And that's where the real niggas. That's when you draw that line and you be like, I'm sorry, I love you dearly, but I'm gonna have to love you from a distance because some women aren't that strong to walk away on their own, or so we have to walk away. And that's the type of person I am. Like if being myself got you looking like you on the verge to put a gun to your head or something, bro, I'm walking away from it.
because I don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah,
Even though you might fight to come back, I already know the outcome of this.
Yeah, man.
That's tough.
That's exactly how it be. Like, you know, you be you, and your intent is never to hurt. And intentions, I feel like, they speak louder than words and actions because both can be misunderstood. You know.
That's why your words have to match your actions have to match your words, and everybody has to come into this thing with a little bit of grace. I'm not perfect. I'm gonna mess up. You're not perfect. You're gonna mess up. However, these are my intentions.
But you could tell, I'm gonna be honest, you could tell your intentions to a motherfucker, but is that really what they think you own?
Right.
You know, is that
that's perfect question. Perfect question. Is that really what you think I'm on? Here's the answer. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you think about what I'm telling you. All that matters for me, and I can only speak for me. All that matters for me is that I told you the truth.
And that's what I'm saying.
I can't do anything else past that. I can't manage your feelings. I can't handle your triggers. I don't know how to do those things. All I can do is be the truth. And now you have to figure out if my truth is killing you or if my truth is helping you.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing with him. But we saying, that's what I'm trying to put into perspective. You being blatantly honest. You being honest. Your intentions are at the right space. Your heart is in alignment with your soul and your mind.
God willing.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all in alignment. But certain things is driving that other person or your partner astray, or is making them, is making them crazy. It's making them not sane. All I'm saying is, like, that's why I draw the line and be like, okay, like,
no, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with none of that. I think you're right. I think you're doing the gracious thing. I think you're doing the right thing. If separating yourself from this person ends up helping them more than harming them, I think that's 100. Remember the first thing I said, as long as you ain't hurting nobody.
Yeah.
I think that's key. And you're not going out here trying to hurt nobody.
Right.
You're also not taking any shit. So I'm also not about apologizing for who you are and what you do.
Right.
I know how certain women get down. I got friends in all kinds of spaces, porn stars, execs. I see what they do. Yeah. Don't apologize for being who you are. Just recognize that being who you are doesn't make you the villain in the story. Doesn't make me the villain in the story.
One moment.
I knew I swear to God, I had a countdown. I got the number 3, and he jumped right in. That shit's crazy.
First of all, you're hurting yourself. You know, beyond you thinking that you're hurting that woman, you're hurting yourself.
Who is?
In what way, Bigger?
Because, for one,
dead right.
We already know that fornication is a sin against God. And if you believe in the scripture and study the scripture, it already tells you that it's a good thing for a man not to touch a woman. Now you just sat here and that thing that you said, like, oh, it's not intentionally I'm gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna hurt you. That's insane.
All right, so what if you don't? Follow the scripture?
That's not insane.
What if you don't follow? Can you break it down for people who just don't mess with the scriptures?
So again, a woman is your sister, a child of God. You don't have to follow no scripture to understand that.
Whoa.
And we're in sync together as one.
Right.
Yeah.
She's trying to save your life.
Yeah.
How? She doesn't want you to fornicate. She don't want you to go and put the demon.
Yes, she does. Every morning, nigga. What are you
trying to save you from the demon of lust? The demon of lust is a real thing that comes upon us, and it takes us. When you find a woman who loves you and wants you to be with them and wants you to stay with them, they're trying to save you in so many ways. They're trying to save you from the darkness. And they're definitely trying to take you from lust. Your father here, I know you know what I'm saying because you're married. And you've been married to his mother for a long time. Did she not save you from the streets? Did she not save you from the darkness? Did your wife not save you from a world of temptation?
I ain't say I've been right all the time.
Yeah, see?
No.
He said he said that real low. I don't think the mic picked it up, so we gonna leave it at that.
Perfect.
Right.
We asked him, did she play a part in saving you from that?
Look. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Peep this. It's not up to no woman to save you from no lust. It's up to you. If a man can't keep his dick in check, then that's his error. That's his fault.
I said first. I said you're hurting yourself, and that's how you hurting yourself. And I didn't say she's a savior. I said she's trying to. She's your partner, and as your partner sees you wandering off, they're gonna try to grab your hand and like, yo.
But your partner also fornicate with you before you just make that commitment.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the woman, see, that's another thing. Women we put this thing on women like they're whores and stuff like that. Most women,
No, I ain't saying they're whores.
Most women, when they're fornicating with you because they thinking the lies that you're telling them is real. They believe in the lies that you're telling them that you're going to.
But what if you're not lying to them, bigger?
Then some of them want to believe that. Some of them see something.
Yeah, because they've been watching Disney princess movies since they was little girls, and they think it's supposed to be that way, my nigga.
And that's the truth that's gonna end up hurting them, bigger. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not walking around here saying like, I already said I can't be responsible for somebody else's triggers, which means something I say is gonna hurt this person. That's just me accepting that from the door. It doesn't mean that I'm out here on a mission like absolutely trying to hurt anybody.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, but that's
maybe y'all using the wrong word. Hurt. Maybe the person just ain't gonna understand the same thing you
and
understand.
that hurts. No, because confusion brings pain.
So,
So if I thought you were this and you showed me you that hurts. But if I told you I was this and you seeing this and it still hurts you, the truth hurts you.
You're kind of walking towards pain on purpose.
But I'm not. That's not my intention.
On the real though, I feel like man, to be honest, like lust come in so many different ways, bro. Lust is not sex. Lust is the basic thing of doing doing something overly that goes against the laws of your body in general. It can be overeating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can
lust
be
of money, lust of cars, lust of houses.
It could be. Yeah. So I just feel like, bro, it's, you know what I'm saying?
But sex is and women is a big part.
Yeah, sex and food is the biggest part.
Yeah.
Don't think that's not real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There is a female lust that, seeks to take down us men.
Oh, we saw it in the video.
Yeah, no, that's
we saw it in the Slut Me a Help video.
Right. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. I believe you should always be honest. And if that's what you're doing, that's what helps you sleep at night, and cool. And honestly, for me, you would have to be a very special woman to save me from Megan Good.
For real.
5 minute.
We're going to take a 5 minute break. In 2021, you said that you wanted to quit rap and become a herbalist.
Yeah.
What inspired that?
I think it was more so like just me aligning with purpose and knowing like I wanted to help and heal people, in a way, and just spread information on things that I was learning during that time period. I don't think I meant I was gonna quit rap. It was like the headspace I was in at that moment.
Right.
But just really wanting to help and heal people on the real. Yeah, just inform them about herbs and how important they are. Just let them know it's God gifts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that inspired by someone's health around you or your own?
It was more so inspired by like just watching that I feel like everybody in this world got something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
some type of health problem they face or something, you know. And that was pretty much like the inspiration behind it. Just knowing that, well, especially in America, I think unhealthy is like a trend, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, check your diet. Check your diet. Now, we into that age where, you know, when I was younger, if I lost a homie, it was either jail or death. Nowadays, like, you wake up, you find somebody gone, and
Hypertension.
or some other shit.
Yeah, heart
When
disease.
they had a stomach ache, they went to the hospital and it came out. A lot of that does have to do with diet. So I commend you on, like, you know, putting that awareness out there. Even saying something like that would force people to, like, a herbalist. Like, what's behind that?
yeah.
And hopefully push them in a direction where they can learn how to treat their bodies and live a longer life.
Yeah.
Now, around that same time, correct me if I'm wrong, this was around the time you also had to go through a terrible experience of a miscarriage.
That was 2022.
2022.
Yeah, about a year after that. Yeah, close to like a year after that, like around February.
Now, being that, you know, I've been through that with somebody that I cared about a lot, like I loved a lot. And just, you know, I kind of seen a similarity. You know, when I found out that she was pregnant, you know, we took pictures, celebrated it. You know, it was a lot. It was like, you know, we were preparing things, looking up cribs, you know, checking names. And then when that happens, it's like all those good expectations are just ripped away from you. What I mean, that was my experience. What was your experience?
I'm glad it happened like when I got into the mind space of one man now. I don't know how I would have handled it before I understood just what life is and just how things of the nature, how things work, you know.
Right.
You know, I just feel like I was more so in the space of like what's meant is meant and what's not isn't.
Right.
And I also always knew like whatever isn't here in the physical is here in the spiritual. You know, energy don't die, it just transfers.
Right.
So, you know, whatever happened with that, I knew that like my son, he's still here. You know, when people ask me how many kids I have, I still count him as a child because I know like he probably in his room somewhere right now. Just can't see his ass.
Right.
So I cried, but I didn't dwell. You know, I cried, shared my tear, released it, and wrote a poem about it. And after that, I was kind of good. You know.
Did that damage your relationship?
Nah, it didn't damage it. It didn't damage it.
But it did cause a change.
Yeah, it caused some changes for sure.
Right.
But more so like damage, not really damage, but tried to more so maneuver, see like how to grow from that situation.
Right.
What was like the next step.
Right. Well, because the next pregnancy, like my situation, wasn't as celebrated. Were you worried that it might happen again?
Not really.
Not really.
It was more so like, I don't know, man. It's like certain things, like, I try not to do, like worry about, like,
Yeah.
because I know I can't control it.
Right.
You know, we could do whatever we can do, but at the end of the day, Most High got the last say so. So certain things, like, that's out of my control, I try not to, like, have an anxiety for, or, you know, just
An
be too caught
expectation.
up in it. Yeah. And just try to, like, get away, detach from it, and just watch it, you know, from a distance.
Now, okay. Going back to this herbalist thing, what are your routines? So, you know, all the Nle Choppa fans can get healthy too. What are the things that you're doing?
Man, on the real, like with me traveling a lot, it's kind of hard to have like a routine. Cause I've been moving like these 5 months of this year. I think it's 5 months. I've been moving. Every day has been something different, so it's kind of hard to stay rooted and grounded into like a regimen. But so I've been trying to just implement a lot of fasting, more so than herbs. You know, I try to fast whenever I can just to give my immune system, my digestive system a break, and implement a lot of fruits. You know what I'm saying? And, whenever I can, touch the herbs, but it's kind of hard to sit down and make a tea or do certain things like that. But
or even when you out in the world, when you traveling, you just came back from a world tour.
yeah,
Like some places you land, you like, yeah, ain't no vegan shit around here. You know what I mean? What do you do in those situations?
fast.
Fast.
I don't even eat. I just eat fruit. I'm cool with fruit. If I had to eat fruit for the rest of my life, I wouldn't be mad with it.
Wow.
I love cooked food though, but fruit, I can live with fruit.
Right. Do you feel like your diet has affected your mentality?
Yeah, man. You don't wake up wanting to kill, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't wake up mad.
Right.
You more grateful, like nicer, more so, you know. You let certain things pass that you wouldn't have let pass. Like you just, certain shit happen, you just be like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
It ain't no threat. Just let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I be more, more gentle and just more like, you know, I have my moments, but like, there's no rage. I'm more pure. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like water.
When do we get the Water album? When do we get the album that expresses the herbalist? Like when do we get the album that talks about herbalists, fasting, fruit, meditating? Like when does that start to express itself in your music?
I was planning on dropping one by the end of this year.
See? Water album. See?
Yeah.
You laughed at me 2 seconds. See, you got it.
TWA, baby.
I was planning on doing that. It's just about due time and divine timing, and I feel like this year was like the perfect timing to do so. And I've actually been working on one for like a good while. I got all the right songs. I got some gospel songs, a lot of country songs, so I got it. Like, and it's real good.
And
so.
she's in ear to ear just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Smiling real big just thinking about it. Are you worried? So you don't have any concerns about your fan base being thrown off by this change in direction?
I've already dropped one before that had them thrown off, so I feel like the next one, it kind of creates.
But that one was kind of like you sprinkled it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that was like that was a sprinkle.
But the sprinkle was a throw off. They were still throwing off. I said, like, this nigga tripping. But I mean, like this one, I sprinkled it because I knew the next one I was going all the way in. So, you know, the next one gonna be all the way in. Like,
Even with the sprinkle,
You gonna go pause that?
I feel like some people were influenced.
yeah, a whole lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people still tell me that's their favorite album. It's not my most streamed, but they say it's their favorite. A lot of people I walk into.
What we got to keep in mind is, as your fan base grows, they grow with you. So as you're experiencing new things, you know, they're experiencing new things, and you kind of stay connected with them as far as like, okay, y'all, I'm going through this now. There's probably 1 million people going through the same thing. So they get to like, oh, it's deeper than just this. You know what I mean? I can listen to this guy for the rest of my life because he's gonna keep growing, and I'm gonna keep growing. I inspire y'all to keep growing, and don't judge anyone for making a change for the better, because we all need it. You dig what I'm saying? All right, so lighten up the mood. Have you been following this BT thing that they've been doing, the greatest rap crew of all time?
Oh boy.
Let the arguments begin. So I want to run down this list with you, and you give me your picks on, you know, who would win between who, because it's like a bracket style.
Okay.
And they're in the second week. A lot of people got knocked off the bracket.
Word?
You know, y'all about to find out who.
Okay.
And
Papa, you too.
Yeah, definitely. Because they went all the way back to the Juice Crew and all that shit. So I don't know if you was listening to that in the house.
I probably won't listen to it in the house, but I know about it.
Cause you was going out to the car like, yeah, it's that new Big Daddy Kane. It's crazy. Let me see. Boom. All right. We got, and shout out to BET. If you want to vote on this, you can go to BET.com. We got Wu-Tang Clan, who I know was they beat Dreamville last week.
Yeah.
What a shock.
Right?
No disrespect to Dreamville.
No disrespect to Dreamville at all. You know, we love y'all, but it's Wu-Tang, man. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang Clan versus the Juice Crew.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go with Wu-Tang Clan.
See? I told y'all Wu-Tang's gonna win this whole shit. Told y'all niggas.
That's a fact.
Heard it from NLE. It's going down. All right. And everybody else, y'all can join in too. If you feel otherwise, like, nah, Juice Crew.
Crickets.
Crickets. You go with Wu-Tang? You go with, okay, all right, cool. Rough Riders versus G-Unit. Wow.
Oh.
G-Unit?
Yeah, so that's super quick.
You said Rough Rider against who?
G-Unit.
Versus G-Unit.
Rough Riders with DMX, right?
DMX, bro.
But DMX was more so, I feel like as a standalone artist, like,
DMX, The Lox, Eve, Dragon, Beats by Swiss.
Yeah.
Swiss.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I feel like when you think about DMX, you just think about DMX. Well, for me, honestly, I don't know if it's an age thing, but like when I think about DMX, I think about DMX. But when you think about 50, like
Think about the whole unit.
G-Unit.
like
Right.
that shit just come to mind. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I go with G-Unit out the simple fact of, I don't know, he like put it on like he let it on his back.
Yeah.
But Rough Riders though for sure. But I don't know. It's just something about DMX. It's just like,
For me, I'm gonna say Rough Rider because all the folks that goes along with Rough Rider, like you
Right.
said, Eve and all them. The
Lox.
Right.
Yeah, Lox and all.
But G-Unit is Lloyd Banks, 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Buck, Young Buck,
Game.
Gang.
Yeah, but the only one that
You
really
gotta
stand
count
out
Game
is
in that
50.
too.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
But you
Yeah,
do
Rough
realize Rockefeller got knocked off, right?
What?
Nah, get the fuck
How,
out of here.
Sway?
Who they was going against again?
G-Unit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Rockefeller
Got knocked off, bro.
That's crazy,
I'm
bro.
gonna
That's
be honest
wild.
though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hell no,
I blame your generation.
But you gotta look at it, bro. When I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know. I feel like G-Unit is more universal than Rough Riders. Now, I can't say G-Unit is more universal than just DMX as a standalone, or even Eve as well. Like
Right.
Eve is a standalone artist to
Right.
where like
TV shows,
Yeah.
clothing line,
Right.
yeah, you can say
pop hits.
But I don't know. I never really, cause I feel like, all right, boom. What makes a group? It's not all the star power you have sometimes. It's about like putting a name out there. Like you make that name something. Like Cash Money, M Money. You know what I'm saying? That shit a name. But when you think about Cash Money, you only think about Wayne. But if you put them against certain people with a lot of other heavy hitters, most of the time it's more so like they still gonna pick Cash Money because it was like a wave. G-Unit was a wave.
Rockefeller.
Blackout.
This is
Like,
Rockefeller.
No, I'm talking about against Rough
No, he's talking about
Against Rough Rider.
Yeah.
Rockefeller. I ain't gonna get into that because I don't know how they got knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
But I feel like
Jay alone.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
See, this is a generation gap we're dealing with here.
Nah, it's
And
Sam's
no,
fault.
hold on, and I'm not. It's not even a disrespect. You just weren't alive, or you weren't cognizant when Rough Riders had
Rough
everybody
Riders.
on a motorcycle.
Yeah, 4-wheelers.
100 of them, hundreds of them,
Right.
coming down the block, tearing up that was talk about a wave.
Or DMX had 30,000 people crying on stage.
Or the Lox waged a 3-man campaign against Diddy to get off of that label so they could go back to Rough Riders.
And Jadakiss was gonna push a refrigerator or out the window.
Yeah,
to
it was
land
a
on
whole
Diddy.
bunch of stuff that was outside.
Wow.
Styles threw a chair.
The Styles do a chair in the office.
But your
man.
vote is still your vote.
Your
I'm
vote
not
is still
trying
your
to change
vote.
your vote.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change your
Don't
vote.
try to
I'm
be
saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you went to when you said the Rough Riders, you still like talked about them individuals or the credit. It's like when you have so much star power sometimes, when you look at them people, you look at them as like not as a group, you look at them for just who they are as a standalone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you said DMX had them crying, you know, you had this going on, you had that, but it was more so coming from each artist. But what I'm saying is like 50 and with G Unit, it was more so like when you looked at them, it was like I don't know, it reminds you of some BMF shit, like some big meat shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like I don't know. It's hard. I'm trying to
That's
explain.
the feeling. That's the feeling and the impact they gave you. That's why I said don't change your vote. I'm not trying to talk you out of it.
Right.
It's about G.
Yeah, I'm not trying. Nobody's trying to change you. I completely get it. I completely get it.
I understand. Fine.
All right, so now we got Good Music,
How the fuck?
Chill, versus Shady.
Good music. That's
Kanye.
That's Kanye,
Big Sean.
Kid Cudi.
Pusha T.
Kid Cudi. Pusha T.
Who's Shady?
Eminem.
Eminem. D12.
D12.
Zelda.
Do we
Slaughterhouse.
put 50 under that?
No, he was Aftermath.
No, he was
Shady
Shady.
Aftermath. He was Shady Aftermath.
Aftermath.
It was
The Dream Team. I get the get well cause niggas is sick. Don't fear no mercy.
M should clear that up. Like M gets the credit for discovering Fifth, but like
He was part of that crew
yeah,
for a few years.
that's a whole different crew. That's like the Aftermath.
But who takes it between Shady and Good Music?
good music.
Good Music?
I go with good music too.
Nobody's arguing.
No, I'm leaning.
Nobody's
towards
arguing.
I'm leaning towards
Yeah,
Shady too.
I gotta say Shady.
I ain't
Shady.
mad at
It
y'all.
was crazy.
Yeah.
No wrong answer.
Kanye got me a meeting at Rockefeller. And Eminem was the first rapper to co-sign this show. So I ain't picking nobody. That's what it is. All right, let's just move to the next one. Soulquarians versus Hypnotized Minds. Look at their faces. They're all who the fuck.
I didn't know they all were. It was the first time I heard music.
All right, Meg, break it down, please. He knows all the members. I don't be knowing some of this shit.
Soulquarians. Andre 3000, Erykah Badu.
Outcast,
Q-Tip.
basically.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Was it
because you had to be an Aquarius. So it was Questlove, Common, Erykah Badu, Q-Tip, Andre 3000, Dilla, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong with Dilla. I'm not sure.
Slum
If he
Village.
And
Hypnotized
Minds was
UCJ, Project Pat, 3-6 Mafia.
You know I'm gonna go with them. That's Memphis.
Crunchy Black.
That's Memphis, Tennessee.
He said that's Memphis.
Around with some bump in the trunk.
So you
Type Jose out in the Mac.
So you picked already. Who's your
Twisting my
pick?
body from side to
Hypnotized?
side.
Come on now.
All right, there it
That's
is.
Homeland.
There it is. There it is. All right. You got. God
I
damn
didn't
it.
even know they had this.
I told y'all niggas to go.
And then I didn't even know they came together like that. Also.
Yeah.
I didn't even
It
know.
was a group.
Hypnotized Minds.
Say Death Row.
Nah, hold on. I gotta talk to these niggas.
What's
Did
this?
not tell y'all niggas.
Oh, they bumped this shit out. You heard? They bumped this shit
I
out.
told y'all niggas.
They bumped his boys. Pause.
No, man. They didn't get the niggas. I think. Listen, we gotta get them out of here. No, let me stop saying that for what all the West Coast fans stop watching the show. Death Row versus NWA.
I know who you gonna pick.
That's hard.
That's difficult.
I knew that. Come on, not for him.
I gotta go
Yeah,
Death Row.
Yeah,
Not for him. Pop is
everybody.
in.
I gotta go with
Death
Death Row.
Row,
Cause my boy
yeah.
Pop was
Yeah.
on there, but I listen
Dre
to
was part
NWA
of two
though.
groups. That's crazy.
You heard what he said? I gotta go with Pot. He didn't say Death Row.
But
He said,
I ain't gonna
gotta go
lie,
with
when I
Pac.
said-
I
think about
go with
Death Row
because of
Bro,
Pop.
when you think,
Right.
I think about Suge too. Like
But
Suge, his whole Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't really like Suge, but like him as a character, like it's just, you know what I'm saying? Suge.
He was actually
Dr. Dre,
Dre.
Dogtown,
Warren G.
regardless
Radio Rage.
regardless how you feel about Suge was a huge advocate for independence as far as us being the CEOs in hip hop. So,
Outlaw.
go vote NWA. Try to make Wu-Tang win, bro. I know.
The thing about
Death Row,
NWA
that's
is
tough.
it's just them. It's really just
Yeah,
them.
and Dre is part of 2 groups in that bracket.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
That's
But
crazy.
it's just Eazy-E, Yella, Cube, Dre,
Right.
Ren.
I had to say,
Stop.
today was a good day.
Like, yeah, but that
Yeah.
by the time that happened, he wasn't in
already got
NWA. He was
Yeah, facts.
he was
at
repping
priority.
Lynch Mob at that.
facts.
Yeah, bro had a longer run as well too.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Oh, there it is.
Because NWA started doing this once Cube left.
We got TDE versus Sick With It.
Who's sick with it?
So E40.
No,
Too short.
that's
Dangerous.
They-
dangerous.
Yeah, they got bumped last week.
E40, not Gangsta Boo. Oh God, I always do that. What's the girl's name with E40?
Bruh, we had this discussion.
Yeah, no, it's
Last
just
week.
because we want to talk about it.
You the historian, my nigga.
Just because we want to talk about it, I forget.
Sugar T.
Thank you.
Sugar
Sheesh.
T. 'Cause I called her Gangsta Boo like 5 times. I apologize.
Yeah, super disrespectful.
TDE like Kendrick.
Oh,
Kendrick and who else?
Hendrix, SZA,
Schoolboy Q,
J-Rock, Adlib.
Matt Absol.
My boy, I gotta go with TDE because my boy on TDE, his name on Ray Vaughn. Real dope artist.
Sure.
He one of the most talented artists I ever seen. The world gonna know about him soon. He real dope. I'm going with TDE because of him.
It is.
Out the street,
It
man.
is.
You should come back and bring him with you.
Yeah.
Man, he real dope. Like,
Come back and bring him with you.
I got you. Look him up, Ray Vaughn.
Ray Vaughn.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is where y'all gonna disagree. YMCMB versus No Limit.
You said something about Cash Money earlier, homie.
It's gonna be no limit.
But
See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
It's gonna be
See?
no limit.
I'm gonna be honest though. Young Money and Cash Money different. No, I ain't gonna cap. You gotta go with Young Money.
See?
You got Drake, Nicki, Wayne.
See?
You got to.
But Papa Choppa's going with No Limit.
I'm going with no
Cause
limit.
I think that's a generational thing right there. But
right.
I was finna say No Limit just off the strength of P.
Right.
P had everything in the headlock, like
Facts.
from movies to music
Facts.
to even the swag, the street shit.
Right.
He had all that, but
But how do you go against?
Drake, Nicki, Wayne,
Tiger.
still Birdman had his hands in some of that.
And if you put cash
Well, I
cash
guess-
money in, you gotta include Juvie, you gotta include Turk, you gotta include BG. The Hot Boys as a group,
Do you include
Manny
Jay
Fresh.
Mills and all them in that?
J Mills too. That's
Corey
He
Guns.
was in that though.
Corey Guns.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Mills, but
Corey Guns.
Corey Guns is signing Young Money. Y'all are the worst.
this nigga said, "Do you even?" Yo,
No comment.
bruh, you gotta be from his block for that. Let me stop. Chill. Let me chill. All right. So who's your pick? You pick what?
No limit.
They gonna argue in the car about it. All right. So the last matchup, So Def versus Dungeon Family.
Brother man.
Dungeon Family.
Brother man.
Dungeon.
Who's with So Def again? That was
That's the Brat.
Brat.
Chris
Bow Wow,
Cross.
Yeah.
JD.
Jagged Edge.
Crisscross,
Chris Cross.
Ghost. I don't know. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys is part of that.
Who's
I
with
didn't even
Dungeon?
realize it.
Dungeon,
That's
Outkast, Goody Mob, Future, Beats by Organized Noise.
Noise.
Oh, you can't leave out. I guess you really can't leave out CeeLo. CeeLo Green is a solo artist.
Sleepy Brown, Cool
Sleepy
Breeze.
Brown, Cool Breeze.
Cool Breeze, yeah.
But really, the relevant name right now is Future.
The ones I would listen to the most is the Dungeon. Because I'm from the South, so it was a lot of in the South.
Bow Wow wasn't signed with them.
Yeah, he wasn't so.
No,
But
that
he was
doesn't matter.
counted.
It doesn't matter.
He still counted as the crew.
He's still
part of the crew.
Yeah, he's still in the
Part
crew.
of the crew.
That nigga Bow had a
Who would you go with?
East Side Boys.
You got R&B in there,
Then Escape.
Escape.
And Escape too.
Right.
Are we giving him credit for Usher?
He's not part of that.
Got you. Yeah.
You only producer. You might as well say
No. Usher is not on that list.
Okay.
We can't do that.
He got Jagged Edge on there?
Jagged Edge should be in there.
Yeah. He got some hits.
No, they actually don't have Jagged Edge.
No,
up
but
there.
they count. They count. Maybe they're just doing a rap thing, but Jagged Edge and Escape.
Oh, Franchise Boys is on here. You gotta go with them.
That's
Rap. We just sold a billion records.
this nigga stupid.
nah.
I'll stop doing
Dungeon
shit like
Family is got Outkast in it
Outkast.
and Futures in it.
So fresh and so clean.
That's kind of a tough one too.
Pop, what you say?
I said Dungeon.
Dungeon?
I said because I'm from the South, and that's what most of what I heard, though. I heard of all the other ones, but Outkast and all them folks.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. You ain't gonna lie.
So that's the same reason I go No Limit. Like, they opened the door. Like, Atlanta, people paying attention.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people sleep on Bow Wow though. Like,
No,
Yeah.
I hear you. We know.
like-
but I don't.
We know.
Yeah.
We know. He got a hit list that's crazy.
Who would you go with?
I don't know.
This the last one.
I'm not too much into like man, you gotta go Outkast and then you got Future as well.
Yeah, Dungeon.
Yeah, I feel like you had to go with Dungeon, but I still like the love on So Def as well. The Brat too. I like the Brat. I met her before. Yeah.
But Dungeon Family is the pick.
Yeah.
Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
There it is. You got Nle Choppa's picks. Go to BET.com and make sure Wu-Tang wins. All right? If you did a versus, what's your dream matchup?
I'm gonna be honest, like, my dream matchup would be somebody that got a whole lot of hits. Because, like, that's something I want to be able to work towards, to be able to, like, let's just say if I have a versus with Drake, right now he'll kill me. Like, he'll run me down.
Right.
For sure, like, you know, like, real quick.
Right.
But I feel like that's somebody to say, like, one day I want to have a versus with, because it's like someone to chase with, like, you know what I'm saying? How many hits can I get? Or how many songs could I get that could hit on the level to where I have a chance?
Right.
So, I don't know. On the real, I don't know. But
Drake.
somebody big.
Drake, basically.
Not saying I'm calling Drake out.
No.
He ain't gonna smoke me right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But, like, somebody that's, I just want to be able to have a versus with
A legend.
A great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you do that you in the same category. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you on your way. You on your way.
We'll be watching. We'll be watching. Keep it up.
What's next for you?
Been doing some acting stuff, so been doing like TV show acting, and I actually start shooting like a movie next month, so I got a lead role in a movie, so
Nice.
it's gonna be real dope.
Nice.
Big screen.
Nice.
I love that. Yeah, man.
With the Birdman hand rub.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Thanks.
dope.
Well, we'll be watching. Appreciate you for coming through, sharing your wisdom.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for having me.
and for again, it surprised me when I started doing research. It surprised me. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Salute to you and
Appreciate
Papa
you for
Choppa.
having me.
Nle Choppa, y'all.
any line you roll. You blind, watch your toes.
Yeah, so low.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.